Can you have a link too?
Good afternoon unto the noble and great people of the East. It is our pleasure to bring you the first ethereal court of the Consules of the East, Tindal and Alberic. Your Majesties.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. It is fantastic to get to still have a little bit of the SCA shared virtually, to get to recognize people, to get to connect with the kingdom. And kind of on that note, one of the things I saw this morning that filled me with cautious excitement, I saw an announcement from our Deputy Earl Marshal for Armored Combat listing out some states where we can start having in-person practices again, which makes me very happy that the pathway back to keep us safe as we come back is working, that as situations change, we're able to change with them. But I'd like to really caution everybody that that excitement should be tempered with reasonableness. Look at your local regulations and keep those in mind, that just because you know where a fighter practice is and you can get to it doesn't always mean it's appropriate for you to go there. And that as we move forward, this is a fantastic step in a positive direction. But I think we're all aware that can move in either direction moving forward. So just stay aware, keep your eyes and ears open, and it gives me hope. It gives me hope, and I am confident that we'll move forward appropriately.
Yes, we are very hopeful. Thank you and welcome for joining us today. We appreciate everyone being able to tune in and actually watch our first ethereal court.
Their Majesties have had the honor of sharing some awards with the people of the East over the last couple of weeks. And in doing so, we pre-recorded those awards for you. What is not publicly known is that the recipients of those awards were unable to see their scroll or hear the words for their scrolls. So today, much like regular, normal in-person court, they will hear and see their scrolls for the first time when available.
Very exciting.
I'm excited.
The Consules of the East would now have before them Astrid Eric's daughter.
Hi.
I'm waiting for you to come up on the screen so I can actually see your face. So I can. There you are. Thank you. So we have been chatting back and forth a little bit about something that you're doing. I think there's a couple things that you're doing. I'm sorry there was some miscommunication with some other stuff, so I was not able to respond to you in a timely fashion before this evening. So,
Don't worry.
what I have heard is that you're writing a mobile app for the SCA. Is this true? That's awesome.
Yes.
That is awesome. And there are things that you kind of just jump into and go, I'm here, what do you need? A lot. From over the past 18 months, I've actually heard some other things, that there is a video that you want to kind of produce for October. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So what I was wanting to do, it was very similar to the Eye of the Tiger video, where people learned or did a part of the choreographed dance and put it all together, and it is basically Thriller by Michael Jackson. And it was one of those things of where I saw it, I thought about it, and I went, zombie Scadians.
I think that's a really good idea.
Should we commit to being in the video?
I think we should commit to being in the video.
We will commit to being in the video.
We should do that. So it honors us to do this for you this evening.
At this time, their majesties would make Astrid a lady of their court and award her arms.
The honored consuls of the East, Magnus Tindal and Alberic von Rostock, preside over a brave new world, and in this ethereal world there are none more necessary or important as those skilled in the art of the web. Astrid Eric's daughter is one such gentle, performing amazing works of the modern age that keep all of us together in these plague times, and with such a smile too. It pleases the consuls to make her a lady of the court and to bestow upon her arms to be borne by her alone. Done AS 55. Scroll by Nefane Rakowel.
So I believe for the first time, Lady Astrid.
For Astrid, newest lady of the court, Vivat!
Well done. All right.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's well deserved. The amount of work that you are putting in, especially now, especially in such a short time that you've been with the society, is inspiring. You have easily earned this.
And your enthusiasm is catching. I've seen it.
Their majesties would have before them Maria La Papura.
Hello.
Oh, what a cute dog.
Thank you.
What should we say about this person?
Well, I recognize her from the fencing field.
Yes, this is very true. I recognize her as a member of one of the Queen's Guard.
Are you Dragonship Haven?
Yeah, yes I am.
Are you serving the barony as an officer?
Yes I am.
What are you doing?
I'm the exchequer now.
Have you also been the MOL at some point?
Yep, I was the MOL last year.
So you made sure that people could get on the field, and now you're making sure that the finances are taken care of. I'm willing to bet that you also help set up and tear down events,
Yeah,
scout out new sites.
trying.
Lots of good service to Dragonship Haven.
Yes. It feels like you are moving forward with a tremendous amount of momentum, and that's something that should be recognized. Momentum, service, dedication. There's an order that covers that. Could we have the order?
Their majesties would call again the companions of the Order of the Silver Wheel.
Oh.
So service is one of the things that's near and dear to my heart. For without the service of people like you, our baronies, our shires in the kingdom would not keep moving forward and would not be able to do the things that we do normally. So I really appreciate everything that you've done, and Dragonship Haven has a jewel in their barony.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Deeds of service performed selflessly for the good of our people are priceless indeed. We, Tindal and Alberic, consuls of the East Kingdom, do hereby declare we are much pleased with the devotion to service displayed by Maria La Papura within the barony of Dragonship Haven and the Kingdom of the East. Thus are we moved to induct her into our Order of the Silver Wheel and award her arms, bestowing upon her the title Lady. done at the court of Tindal and Alberic in the year Anno Societatis 55. Scroll by Sirlith Inyan Shente.
For Maria, newest companion of the Order of the Silver Wheel. Vivat!
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 Their Majesties would call before them Thoramir Barnacar.
Hi, hun.
Hello.
No. I recognize he's on your guard.
He is on my guard, which is
I'm
really
on your guard.
He also throws things.
He does.
He was. Were you the Sovereign's throw weapon champion?
I was Brennan's Throne Weapons champion, yes.
That's fantastic. That is quite the travel schedule to keep up with.
Well, he's the Bronial team captain, as far as I hear.
He is.
Something like that, yes.
Something like that? not exactly like that. If it's something like that, then me and Johannes need to have words. It's excellent, Johannes.
Well, then it is that if it's what he says, and also his champion as well for the time being.
There we go.
I heard that at his very first SCA event, he retained for the Baron and Baroness of Bergenthal.
That's really cool.
So we started talking about your skill and the accomplishments, but it seems like we've started talking about the things that you give back and the service you do. It seems like we should be recognizing someone who's committing effort and time to improving the kingdom through service.
There's a lot on this list, but one of the things that we kind of skipped over was you're also the deputy exchequer.
Exchequers are tough to find.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
I'm having a lot of fun talking about all the great things you do, and I'm sure that your barony and certainly the kingdom appreciate all of the work you've put in. It would be our pleasure to recognize that work by inducting you into our Order of the Silver Wheel.
It is not often, when one is new, they look to lift others up. For Thoramir Barnacar, though, this was just what happened. For on his very first day in our society, he carried the basket of the Baron and Baroness of Bergenthal, ensuring they had all they needed. Serving as a deputy exchequer and the baronial throne weapons captain, his service is widespread. While champion to the crown, he traveled far and wide, representing the crown as a champion should. His service is astounding, and for these reasons do we, Consules Tindal and Alberic, call forth the companions of the Order of the Silver Wheel and place him among them. Scroll is forthcoming. For Thoramir, newest companion to the Order of the Silver Wheel. Vivat!
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 Their Majesties would have before them Elita de Conte.
You're here now, Your Majesties.
There she is. Yay!
So we're going to start with the fact that you have been in the SCA for 30 years.
Close, yes.
And that is close to His Highness is like, you have me beat. You have me beat. And as I was talking, His Highness let me know. Go ahead.
Co-creator of Pantaria.
Yes.
Pantaria is a great event.
It is a great event.
Autocrated Pantaria for 4 or 5 years. Let's say 5 years.
Yes.
Historian of Panthervale. Yes.
Remembering our history is very important. And I'm going to go back to my sticking point. A fantastic mentor to new members. Someone who imparts a joy of the East in people that are finding us, which is vitally important, more now than ever. Especially with someone with the experience and knowledge that you possess. I'm going to call forth an order I would like you to become a part of.
Their Majesties would have the companions of the Order of the Silver Wheel before them.
service is what makes the society and the kingdom run, and the amount of service you have given to this kingdom is extraordinary. This is an order that needs your vision, your knowledge, and your counsel.
Elita de Conte has served the people of Panthervale tirelessly, from founding the much-beloved Pantaria to helping newcomers steer their own ships. Thus do we, Tindal and Alberic, Consules of the East Kingdom, do induct Elita into our Order of the Silver Wheel, done on the 55th year of our society, on the 13th day of September in their ethereal court. O sweet and noble light, proud soul, kind being in whose worthy look, lit by the clear angelic glow of virtue all my hopes repose. You are most high and first to me, and steer my fragile ship at sea. Scroll by Aurelia Colleoni Abucaforno. Words by Margareta Gilensterna. Poem by Sigismondo Pandolfo Malatesta and translated by Hugh Bacano.
It gives me so much, it fills me with hope that we get to keep you as a part of this kingdom moving forward.
Thank you for so much for all that you do. You really keep this kingdom going.
For Elita, newest companion of the Order of the Silver Wheel. Viva!
Vivat!
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 Thank you. I'm truly honored.
Thank you.
So I wanted to just mention a couple projects that are on the horizon, one of which I believe you heard Lady Astrid Eric's daughter talk about. That is an upcoming another Kingdom dance video. I love the Eye of the Tiger one so much. With October coming and the idea of getting to do Thriller. Trying to talk His Majesty into possibly doing some makeup for that. We'll see. Go all in. But the other thing is, and I'm going to post some more information about this tomorrow. I'd like to start a video project where we talk a little bit about what we've been doing or what we used to do. And as I said, I will put out some actual information on this throw. But we have some editors lined up to put together little snippets of what's still been going on in the East. So I miss you guys.
And I do want to thank all of the scribes and illuminators out there, because not only are the award recipients being able to see the scrolls for the first time, His Majesty and I are also seeing the scrolls for the first time and very impressed.
Their Majesties would continue to recognize those that have inspired the East with additional awards. Their Majesties would have before them Catalina Maria de Luna.
Hello?
Hi.
Oh,
Yes.
tremendously long time member of the SCA. This is again
Yes.
the importance I was talking about.
Yes.
The people that stick around, that shepherd other people into the places that are fun.
So we would very much like to do this today, or this evening, or tonight.
Their Majesties would make Catalina Maria de Luna the newest lady of their court and award her arms.
Greetings and salutation to the assembled populace. We, Tindal and Alberic, their Royal Majesty of the Eastern Lands, have called you forth to bear witness as we recognize one of our royal subjects, Catalina Maria de Luna. We have heard much of this kind, compassionate lady's endeavors. With a fierce heart and selfless soul, she has embraced many with her wise counsel and infectious energy. Steadfast and patient, she stands ready to defend those she loves with motherly hands and a strong bow. She embraces every new encounter with earnest. Loved by many, this lovely lady has captured the hearts of all those she has encountered. Therefore do we award unto her arms. Per Ben Sinister, purple invert, a stag's altar and anlo could join to itself between 3 dragonflies argent at the first ethereal court of the Eastern Consules. Scroll by Lady Elspeth Holcona.
Thank you.
So may I introduce for the first time Lady Catalina.
For Lady Catalina, vivat.
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 Vivat. Enough, Connell.
For them, Alexi Guenzel.
Hi. Here you are. Hi, Alexi.
Hi.
We've known each other for a couple of years now, right?
Yes.
Yep, met at 100 Minutes War, fighting side by side and leading the troops in a very snowy 100 Minutes War.
Yes, it was.
It was very snowy. So I get to talk about some of the things that I really like about you, and I like that the stuff that you can do with your time. You're generous with it. You're basically lending your armor to new fighters. You're hosting pelt practices. You also do camp cleanup. That's a big thing.
Kitchen cleanup.
Yeah. Yep, and you are going to be, or have been, the event steward for the Scola on Roman history. We kind of dig that.
Big fan of that.
Yeah, big fans. Big fans of that. Big fans of that. So there is a certain order that you will get to join for doing all of these wonderful things. And we would like to give you the Order of the Silver Wheel.
Thank you. Consul?
Yes.
We, Consules Tindal and Alberic, hear of the many praises of Alexi Guenzel. He has walked with his Shire, ensuring they have all they need, from armoring new fighters to opening his home for practice and projects, leading events, helping aid in the cleanup, or doing dishes. Alexi is never far from service. And when he is unable to help directly, he connects those in need with those who can provide the help. For these reasons do we call him a companion of our Order of the Silver Wheel. Scroll is forthcoming.
This is Roman history. Roman history, yes. Yes. So we appreciate all the things and all the service that you've been doing, and this is a great thing for us to give you.
Thank you very much. I am humbled.
You're most welcome.
For Alexi, newest companion to the Order of the Silver Wheel. Vivat!
Vivat! Vivat!
Thank you.
Their Majesties would have before them Wymark of Dragonship Haven.
I think that's me.
You think?
I don't know. It hasn't come in the mail yet. I don't know.
All right. Hold on, wait. Let me ask you a question just to make sure I'm talking to the right person. Are you currently a thrown weapons champion?
Somehow.
Somehow.
Maybe by throwing things?
Yeah, one time.
All right. The smile looks right. I've heard lots about the always smiling and participating in courts as the champion. That's important.
That's important.
That is important. A teacher, a volunteer,
And a regular at the rapier practice. So not only do you throw things, you're also pretty good with a sword.
You're assuming, do you throw the rapier?
I try not to. It's a very hard temptation.
Trying not to is a good thing.
It makes me happy and a little confused that I get to do this because I'm looking at someone who has shown such skill and dedication. I'm not sure how this wasn't already done.
I'm not sure either.
Wymark, as we await you knowing for sure who you are, when you do, I would like you to know that you are a valued subject of the East. You are a noble. And today we would make sure that you remember that by awarding you arms.
Tindal, Alberic,
great Eastern consuls, measure our folks' worth in more than ounces, seeking the best, not those that are craven, finding Wymark of Dragonship haven. As a fencer, she swashes and buckles. She's won contests, no skin off her knuckles. She's a volunteer and picks up a broom, gives their hard-won time, making events bloom. These traits we value, for which arms we give for Wymark to wear, long as she may live. Done today in this our ethereal court, the praises of our Wymark all will purport. Words by Aislinn Kiabach, scroll by Fiona the Volatile.
Thank you.
It is our pleasure. So I will take the honor of, for the first time, introducing Lady Wymark, newest lady of the court of the East Kingdom.
For Wymark, newest recipient of an award of arms. Vivat!
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 Would have Damien McWard before them.
Hi.
Oh, hey there. I have fought on the field with him. I could picture in my head what he looks like in armor. Generally, the only thing I can remember who anyone is. Oh my gosh, all of time bleeds together. I wanted to say nice things about you fighting at Belfars, but I don't even remember how many Belfars ago it was.
Definitely wasn't this past Belfars.
It may have been the last Belfars, just not this year.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think it speaks volumes that I know who you are by your presence on the field. And in a good way. It's always fantastic to look across and recognize heraldry and know the skill, the prowess, the dependability that it's bringing.
I think I've seen his kit. It's a kit. It is.
It looks like a silver snowplow.
I've seen him fight in the deed at Great Northeastern War, right? That's a commitment. That's a commitment to kit. Now, go ahead.
That's a commitment I made. Let's see. Genu is July, so 7 months into the SCA.
Wow. 7 months.
It was my first war season. I saw it for the first time, went, this is what I want to do. I built my persona around seeing that fight.
That's inspiring. And that persona and the prowess that's come out, Stone March's champion?
Fairness is champion, yes.
There's a way to recognize the dedication to fighting that you've shown and the skill that you have won. And today I would see you inducted into the Order of the Silver Tiger.
Hey.
When I think of the fierce tiger army of the East, it is not complete without you in it. And I would see you bear a mark so that others know it is so.
In the 55th year, according to the custom and calculation of the society, in the 13th indiction, in the court of the most marvelous and honorable princes, Tindal and Alberic, the sovereigns of the Eastlands, with the dukes, earls, barons, knights, and other persons of the realm attending upon them, desiring by the custom and example of their predecessors of celebrated memory to give lauds and high renown to those men of the Estlands who exhibit skill in the practice of armies, and having heard the undisputed testimony of the dukes, earls, barons, knights, and other persons, that Damien McWard displays such prowess as to have earned a reward. Therefore, the most honorable princes endowed and invested the said Damien with the Order of the Silver Tiger, with all rights, privileges, liversons, advantages, wains, and benefits attending thereupon, as much as has been endowed to any and all other members of the forenamed order. Which things being thus fully wrought, the foresaid marvellous and honourable princes made subscriptions of their own hand upon this writing of degree for perpetual and future memory, in testimony of all the aforesaid. Words by Alice McIntosh. Calligraphy and illumination by Embla Nottersdottir.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
He's rarely speechless.
I'm used to him just swinging a stick at me. I don't hear a lot of words. So I'm very comfortable with this story.
It's a very pretty sight, him swinging a stick because of that whole kit. It's just, yeah.
For Damien, newest companion to the Order of the Silver Tiger. Vivat!
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 I think being able to give out certain awards this way really gives joy to the recipients as well as to us as Majesties to be able to kind of continue this even though we're doing it virtually. The other thing we're going to be doing, continuing upon, is the PPE count. So I've got the numbers right here in front of me, and so far we've had 9,787 masks, 2,125 ear savers, 116 scrub hats, 241 face shields, and most important to our littlest tigers, the doll masks, 148. Those are very important to our littlest tigers.
It's so encouraging to see the continued commitment from the kingdom to the society as a whole. Thank you for everyone who's been able to contribute in any way, shape, or form.
And in a similar vein, Your Majesties, it's been my pleasure to receive medallions and medallion cords so that we can ensure that everybody who receives an award during your reign is able to receive a medallion and a handmade cord. I have an overflowing box and it's only been 2 weeks. So I wanted a moment to say a personal thank you. I really, it's extra fun for me because I get to see the packages land on my doorstep. So thank you very much to the people of the East who have been littering my doorstep with packages. I appreciate it. And more awards from Their Majesties, including a Tiger's Cub. Their Majesties would have before them Arya Ullman de Bardi.
This is Arya.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Good.
Were you on the Burka Fashion Show? I think I recognize you from the Burka Fashion Show.
I was in the bag.
Yes. That was my favorite moment of the Burka Fashion Show, was the reveal from the bag. But as I've talked to other people about that, I keep hearing other things that you're doing. You're an embroiderer. You shoot archery. You throw weapons. You made, what, 24 favors for fortune? Yes. You've worked as a retainer. But most importantly to me, you are an inclusive encourager. You are someone who I keep hearing is a leader amongst the youth of the East Kingdom.
I think they've been doing very well at that.
Yes, yes. And it makes me very happy. This is one of my favorite awards. And to be able to recognize you tonight, leaders and those who are excellent youths within the East Kingdom must be recognized. And this evening we would induct you into our Order of the Tiger's Cub.
Yay.
Alberic and Tindal, consuls of these eastern lands, to all and singular on who our words shall come, greetings. Forasmuch as Arya Ullman de Bardi has shown herself much skill in the crafting of favors and serving as a retainer for our ancestors. It is the courage to learn new things and encouraging our youth to help at events that has caused her deeds to reach our ears. Because such zeal is near to our hearts, we hereby endow, invest, and bestow the foresaid Arya in the Order of the Tiger's Cub, and the right to bear its badge, to wit, or a tiger Sergeant Azur, its forepaws resting on a torteau. Done by our hands, Anna Societatis 55 in our beloved East Kingdom. Words by Matthias Grunwald, illumination by Marietta Charay, calligraphy by Asa Phelan Joser's daughter.
It's thank you for everything that you do and for being such a fantastic example for what we want everyone to do.
For Arya, newest companion to the Order of the Tiger's Cub. Vivat!
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 Their Majesties would call before them Pachellica Canonbala.
Pachellica, we'll talk with you.
I just unmuted myself. What? Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
Right there. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Pachellica, you've been doing a whole bunch of stuff. Canonbala World, basically somewhere off in the corner an event that is yes, that is basically you personified, and it's very always lovely to see at events.
Uh-oh.
This award is very special for me to give out. One of the things I keep hearing, and one of the things that I've always known, is that Pachellica is synonymous with the word courtesy. And I'm going to give you my consort's order of courtesy today.
There is no other person that I am happier to get this from. So thank you. I'm going to open my little secret message.
Excellent. I was hoping you got something today. Yeah?
So thank you, Your Majesty.
You're most welcome.
For Pachellica, newest recipient of the Consort's Order of Courtesy. Vivat!
Vivat! Vivat!
Vivat!
Their Majesties would have Barry of Anglesey.
Woo! I see Anglesey. I don't see
Barry!
There he is.
I'm here.
That's better. That's
Hello.
better.
I was tricked into coming here for someone else.
Tricked into coming here for someone else.
To support someone else.
That's quite the line we keep hearing a lot.
We'll talk about Barry.
I could talk about Barry a little bit. So, a lot of this has to deal with a certain award, but I'm going to talk about a different award for you because of all the service that you've been doing. All of the stuff that you've been doing about training and teaching is excellent. And basically, we would like to do this first, and then His Majesty's going to talk about some other stuff. So,
Their Majesties would make Barry a companion of the Order of the Silver Wheel today.
Barry of Anglesey, a Bogtown thumping Celt of great renown. Hailing from Bacale, Barry brings force to bear with his beloved spear. Standing in company with mercenaries, yet he freely shares his research, his knowledge, enhancing the spear lines of the western and southern regions of our eastern realm. For these deeds and virtues do we, Tindal and Alberic, consuls of the East, hereby induct him into our Order of the Silver Wheel and award him arms to be borne by him alone. By our hands at our first ethereal court in Anno Societas 55. Scroll by Slane Ben Ronan McWard.
That is fantastic. I enjoy reading his breakdowns of melee activity, learning watching him practice spear work when it's not coming at my face. That's all very valuable. But when I think of Barry, I'm going to go back to the spear work. I think about me dying a lot. Or trying to get my tape to match Barry so that I don't die a lot. Let's start a trend. Let's start a trend where I get to give Barry fighting awards. Let's start with the Silver Tiger. Barry, you show up at too many Eastern events to not be recognized as an amazing fighter that contributes to the East. Your skill, your knowledge or leadership benefits the Eastern fighters. You cannot find someone in the Southern region that has not been made better by you at some point. Either direct training or learning how to defend themselves. I would have you join our Silver Tigers. I would have the entire kingdom hear me call you Eastern. I've said before how good I think you are. You are exceedingly good. This is the tip of the iceberg of what you deserve. But today, let us recognize you as a Silver Tiger.
Thank you very much, Your Majesties.
Guiding tigers with a spear in hand, one stands out, teaching others how to fight quick and strong. Barry of Anglesey brings knowledge to the field and armor to teammates, ensuring the safety of the fighters at his side. Prowess with the spear is not unnoticed. Deadly is he, serving the Eastern armies with his skill, and for these reasons do we, Consules Tindal and Alberic, join him as a companion to our Order of the Silver Tiger. Scroll is forthcoming.
For Barry, newest companion of the Order of Silver Wheel and Silver Tiger. Viva!
Yay!
Beam people up!
Barry!
That is quite a cut back to us, beating people up. That is not something I would have expected from our editors. But
come on, that's a loud and happy group of people that are excited to see someone recognized for beating people up. It doesn't mean we're gonna.
I'm just going to wrap around to something else because there was an award I wanted to give out, but we couldn't catch up with her on video. And one of the things that I really like about this person is that their service to the kingdom has been impeccable. Her other attributes, helping as a mistress of the laurel, helping out in teaching and doing all sorts of things. And I've known this person a very long time, and I believe she deserves this award. And I would like to give Mistress Eleanor Lebrun the Consort's Order of Courtesy. It's been well known for many years that Eleanor and Courtesy have gone together.
For Mistress Eleanor, newest recipient of the Consort's Order of Courtesy, Vivat.
Vivat.
Vivat. Vivat.
Moving forward, as much as I'm enjoying seeing all of these worthy recipients recognized, I would like to remind the populace of the East that we are looking for even more recommendations, because I know there are other deserving Easterners out there that we should be recognizing, we should be holding up, we should be encouraging. We are calling for more recommendations moving into our second poll. And so though you can send recommendations to us at any time, and please do, if you could get them to us before the 18th of September, especially for our polling orders, we would appreciate it that we can receive advice from the orders about moving forward in an appropriate manner with the many worthy Easterners.
We're also continuing the Toys for Tigers program, so please, if you know any of our small tigers that will need special awards from not special awards, special toys from us, we would love to get those recommendations as well.
We don't have the toy box for them to dig through,
that's very
but we do have a pile of toys we'd love for them to share in, and I believe there's that form is still on the
I believe it is
East Kingdom website. Fill that out. Any tiger, no matter how big or how small, should get a toy.
Thank you, Your Majesties. And in the last series of awards that they were able to give over the past few weeks. Their Majesties would have before them Rey of Stone March.
Ah,
Hello.
hello, how are you this evening?
Okay.
So I get to talk about some of my favorite things that you do and support. You are the Chancellor Minor for Stone March, yes?
Yes, I am.
And possibly also their camp mom.
For a bunch of them.
And one of my favorite parts, just sometime we could sit down and we could share some stories. I bring some food allergies to the table, and I understand that you have made sure that some of our tiny tigers are able to navigate their own food allergies. Yes?
Yeah, there's a few of those in our camp group.
A few.
And others that you've taken care of.
Yeah, there's a few.
Yeah. What we're talking about is we're talking about making it possible for kids to grow up in the SCA, mine are growing up in the SCA. It makes it possible for families to show up, which warms my heart. These are things that grow our society, that keep us vibrant. These are noble things. These are things that should be recognized and rewarded. It is good and just today that we would like to award you arms and raise you to the ranks of our nobility. Seeing a lot of clapping behind you.
There's a few.
It's like 5 of us just sitting here watching.
Fierce of renown are the fighters of the East, bold their arm and strong their shield, yet stronger still the hearts of those who keep the hearth fire while they are afield. For it is there the youth are guided, in turn by steady heart and gentle hand, and there we gather, loved ones all, Eastern tigers, together we stand. It is the sword or needle or cook knife that through her guidance they grow to wield. For only through the persistence of our youth shall the might of the known world never yield. Rey of Stone March at first dawn rises to see the needs of her people met. For it is these gentler battles, fought with love, that our society shall not forget. Thus, on this September day of the 55th year, do we, Tindal and Alberic, consuls of the Eastern realm, proclaim this light be shown upon Rey of Stone March, Lady of the Court, and award her these arms to be borne by her and her alone. Words by Eleanor Gray, calligraphy and illumination by Kenrick Aubrey.
You know, I'm looking at the people that are there behind you, but realistically, those are the ones that you've probably supported and made this possible for. It's important that people see what you're doing and know that you are an example of what's good and what we'd love to see others doing.
Chancellor Minor is a tough job. Very tough job. And I appreciate all the work that you do as being a Chancellor Minor.
If I may, I believe I get to introduce for the first time Lady Rey of Stone March.
Thank you.
For Lady Rey, vivat.
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 Their Majesties would have Gaspar Pacheco before them.
I'm hoping Gaspar's going to say something.
Gaspar's
That's
here
really
somewhere. I know he is.
I'm here, I swear.
Hey, there you are.
Gaspar, let's talk about fencing.
5th at the last Burka. That's impressive.
Have a lot of people at Burka.
All right, so let's ask a question. 5th at the last Burka, like a 70% win percentage. How long have you been fencing for?
Couple years.
Couple years. Good technique, lightning fast.
So I've heard.
You should fight him when we're allowed to fight people again.
Yes.
Looking forward to it.
And part of the reason is not just the lightning fast and the good technique, but it's that you work so well with other fencers at practice, right? I mean, that's the hallmark. That's what you're looking for, is someone who is good but makes others better.
High praise.
Let's let other people know.
I think we should.
I would like to recognize your dedication to the art of the sword by inducting you into our Order of the Silver Rapier.
Tindal and Alberic, consuls, decree Gaspar Pacheco's skill with sword notable, to show the Order of the Sword of Silver of accompanying worthy he is. Done this day in the year 55 after the festival in the Garden of Diana. Scroll by Baroness Anne de Bassion.
Thank you. Yay!
The enthusiasm!
Thanks, boss.
Or Gaspar, newest companion of the Order of the Silver Rapier. Viva!
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 Hey, Gaspar!
Nice.
Their Majesties would call Marjorie Parmentar.
Hello.
Hi, Marjorie. It's so good to see you.
It's good to be seen by you.
So, when I was the Prince Consort, you made me a very lovely cloak. It was awesome. I got to wear it like once, and it was just awesome. Just very nice to have.
Look good on it.
I know, right? It was great. So what I'm hearing is you're making me another cloak?
How many cloaks?
Yes.
No. Is that true? You're making me another cloak or no?
Well, I have to say that I hadn't heard of it yet, but also over here tells me that I am. So I must be.
The information that we received
She's my Laurel.
kind of
seems like you're ahead of the news cycle there.
I guess I am. So, Marjorie, there's a lot of things that we've been hearing about you. We know each other very well, so I know a lot of the things that they're saying. 12th century garb, you're looking into that. It's very hard. 12th century garb doesn't have a lot of stuff out there, because I've done a lot of research on the 13th century side, and there's a lot of space that this is seamless. You're also doing inkle weaving. That's a really cool thing. I really like that. I think someone lent me a belt that was cool. It's very nice. Inkle weaving is kind of like one of my favorite things, because I get to see it right on the loom and all the strands, and they come together. Yes?
Yes. Definitely.
That's awesome. So, Audrey, would you please do this for us this evening?
I'd be honored. Their Majesties would have before them their companions of the Order of the Silver Brooch.
And I'm just going to throw in at the end, as we recognize your skill and your art, one of the things that struck me when we heard about you, because I do not know you as well as His Majesty does, was your willingness to teach others and impart that knowledge. That community building is so vital, and is a reason we need you and your voice as a member of the Order of the Silver Brooch.
Great care is needed in the research, construction, and teaching of our art of the needle and thread. For one Marjorie Parmentar, there is no greater care given. With a focus on 12th century and an interest in weaving, Marjorie has shown herself to be skilled by entering local displays and competitions, as well as putting her skills to work in the creation of cloaks for royalty. Because of this, her worth is seen, and a silver brooch pinned to her breast by our hand, Consules Tindal and Alberic, during our first ethereal court. Scroll is forthcoming.
For Lady Marjorie, newest companion of the Order of the Silver Brooch. Vivat!
Vivat! Vivat!
Vivat!
Thank you. Thank you.
So well deserved, Marjorie. So well deserved.
Their Majesties would have Regnolf of Cray call before them.
Hi.
Hello. Hey there. Regnolf, you are a combat archer, aren't you?
I am.
I'm a big fan of Eastern combat archers, but what I'd like to talk about is actually your work with the loom. I've heard that you are an extremely talented weaver. Yes?
I don't know about that. I make stuff.
Have you taught others how to weave?
Yes.
Do you give away the things that you weave and possibly other people enjoy them?
I kind of have to, or I'd be buried in trim.
So you're sharing your skill and your knowledge. That, I mean, it makes the kingdom a more vibrant, a prettier place, a more enjoyable place. There is an order that we would see you join, and this evening we would induct you into the Order of the Silver Brooch. It is good and just that your pursuit of art and the knowledge that you have shared is recognized, that others may look to you and know that you are someone who might be able to lead them forward on their path. Thank you.
Thank you.
All things that customarily take place in this world, sometimes somewhat slowly, sometimes rather more quickly, pass from the failing memory of mortals into oblivion, unless they are recorded in written documents. Wherefore, in this charter, we, Tindal and Alberic, consuls of the Eastern Kingdom, make known that it is accepted and pleasing and very appropriate that Regnolf of Cray shall be and hereby is endowed and invested with the Order of the Silver Brooch, to be held with every appurtenance and to be possessed in perpetuity. May it be granted that no one be permitted to set aside this gift unless he should count on being cursed at the very least. If any kings or principes should audaciously presume to destroy this gift, which we do not want, may he be cursed unless he should make a worthy atonement because he presumed to act wickedly. This charter was written in the 55th year of the Society, in Induction 13, and was faithfully confirmed and strengthened by our marks. Words by Mistress Alice McIntosh, scroll by Aurelia Coglioni Abucafurno.
For Regnolf, the newest companion to the Order of the Silver Brooch. Vivat!
Vivat! Vivat!
Vivat!
Vivat!
Vivat!
Vivat!
I would like to give my heartfelt congratulations to everyone who has received awards during this court. To keep the tradition going of inspiration, I have a token of inspiration here. Some people have already received that. Some people at coronation received some of these, but there is one that inspires me. She was a past queen of Ethelmark twice, and she is someone who's helping me out in this job in a great capacity, and it's excellent to be able to continue this tradition. I'm able to do this in person, so I would like to invite Duchess Attain to join us briefly. I would stand up, but I would be out of shot. I'm sorry out there in the YouTube lands, but please accept this as my token of inspiration and for being such a great help to me during this round.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For Her Grace Duchess Attain, the recipient of His Majesty's token of inspiration. Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
I think that brings us to the end.
I believe that's everyone that we have to recognize, and just about everything we have to talk about. It is, as His Majesty said, it is tremendous. I'd like to thank not only the people that showed up to join us today, but everyone who is working behind the scenes to make this possible. There's a lot that's going into making connection and court happen, from what is behind us to the way we are talking to you today, to those putting the awards videos together. The tremendous amount of effort that the East is putting in, and the number of Easterners that are putting their heart and soul into keeping us connected is a gift. And I want to say thank you.
Please know that we love you and we miss you very much and can't wait to see everyone in person again. Thank you for joining us this day.
Their Majesties would also advise the populace of a couple of upcoming events. This coming Saturday, September 19th, will be the airing of the Ethereal Golden Lance Tournament, which the equestrian community has been working very hard for. So please stay tuned on a time for that. I believe it will be airing via our YouTube channel. In addition, Curia will be held on September 27th at 10 a.m. Will be held via Zoom, so all may attend. And that same day at 4 p.m. in the afternoon will be Their Majesty's second council with the Consules, and I will be posting more information about that this week. There being no further business, herein closes the first ethereal court of Their Majesties Tindal and Alberic. Long live the Consuls of the East. Long live the Kingdom of the East.